everybody, this is Jyoti. This is the lecture 2 of investigating and manipulating materials in the nanoscale, and this is also a very basic lecture. Today what we are going to talk about is electron microscopies, and basically we are starting with the basics. So first we will talk about what is microscope. So microscope, it consists of an illumination source and a condenser lens. This condenser lens, it is used to converge the beam onto a sample. Then another lens which we have is an objective lens. This lens, it is used to magnify the image. And third lens which we use, it is a projector lens, and it is used to project the image onto an image plane, and this image plane, it can be photographed or it can be stored. Now here we are trying to form the basics for understanding scanning electron microscopy. So our in next lectures I will be starting with scanning electron microscopy, but whatever I am covering in this particular PPT, it is basics. So we know that the de Broglie wave equation relates velocity of the electron with its wavelength by the formula lambda equals to h by p, where p is momentum and it is given by mv. So basically lambda equals to h upon mv. H, it is Planck's constant, m, it is rest mass of electron, and v, it is velocity of electron. Suppose we know that the charge of electron, it is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Rest mass of electron, it is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. And when this electron, it passes through a potential difference of V volt, it acquires kinetic energy. And this kinetic energy, it is of the order of 1 electron volt. So kinetic energy of electron, it is equals to electron volt. So half mv square, it is equals to E into V. So V square equals to 2 eV upon m, or we can write directly V equals to square root of 2 eV upon m. We know that lambda equals to h upon mv, and if in that formula we will substitute the value of v, which is equals to under root 2 ev upon m, we will get lambda, it is equals to under root of h square upon 2 mev. Now if we calculate the velocity of this electron at different potential, suppose we consider that 50,000 potential is applied to the electron, so then we will get the wavelength equals to 0.0055, and velocity of electron, it will be 1.326 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and v by c ratio, it is 0.442. If we apply 1 lakh, then v by c ratio is 0.625, and when we apply 10 lakh, we will get 1.977. V by C ratio is 1.977. That means, and the velocity of that electron, it is 5.930 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. That means it is exceeding the speed of light even. So this shows that the velocity of electrons will reach the speed of light in vacuum at high extraction potentials. But this is not true. This is not possible. The equation breaks down when the electron velocity approaches the speed of light as mass increases. So when the speed of electron, it becomes comparable with the speed of light, we will have to use relativistic equation for mass, which is given by m equals to m0 upon under root of 1 minus v square by c square. And when we will do the calculations using this formula, we will get this. So when the potentials is 50,000 to 1 lakh to 10 lakh, the v by c ratio, it is not exceeding 1, it is 0.941. So velocity of electron, it cannot be exceeded, it cannot be more than velocity of light. So let us talk about resolving power. So there are two criterion. One is Abbe criterion, second is Rayleigh criterion. So Abbe criterion, in 1893, Abbe showed that smallest resolvable distance between objects is about half the wavelength of light used. I repeat, Abbe showed that smallest resolvable distance between objects is about half the wavelength of light used. So if I say in terms of this, what does this mean in terms of magnification? So the magnification that can be used is equal to resolving power of the eye divided by resolving power of the microscope. This is the formula. So maximum magnification, it is resolving power of the eye upon resolving power of the microscope. In case of light microscopes, the resolving power, it is of the order of 250 nanometer. And what we can see with our naked eye without difficulty, it is about 250 micrometer. So magnification will be resolving power of eye, which is 250 micrometer upon resolving power of microscope. So it is 250 nanometer. If I convert it in micrometer, it will be 0.25, and when I take this ratio, it will come equals to 1000x. Here x means diameter. So a magnification higher than this has no value, as it represents empty magnification. What do you mean by empty magnification? You will get magnified image, but it will be blur. So it is of no use. It will be just a magnified blur. The resolving power of an electron microscope would be 0.007 nanometer for an electron energy 50,000 volts. This means that one can obtain a magnification of the order of 10 raised to 8. However, this is not achieved due to aberration of the electron lenses and the interactions between electron and sample, they are also of complex nature. So it is important to know that we have achieved the theoretical limit of resolution as far as optical microscopes are concerned, as the various aberrations have been resolved already. Second criterion is Rayleigh criterion. An ideal lens projects a point on the object as a point on the image. Okay, if you take ideal lens and your object is point, your image will also be a point. But a real object presents a point as a disc in the image plane. So this disc is called as airy disc, and the diameter of the disc depends on the angular aperture of the lens. If two points are very close to each other, the closest distance at which they appear to be separated in the image is about half the width of the disc. See here. Here the disc are like this, so the lines are not resolved. Here this is the minimum resolvable angular separation, so it looks like this. They are just resolved, and here the lines are well resolved. This is the disc, see, and this is the well resolved lines. So the separation is given by the formula D. It is equals to 0.61 lambda sine theta upon n. So thank you so much.